Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering why? If you're over 50, let me assure you, you're not alone. That early morning wake-up isn't just an annoying habit. It's your body trying to send you a message. I'm Dr. William Harris. I've spent over 40 years as a sleep and aging specialist working with thousands of patients just like you. And what I've learned may surprise you. Waking at 3 a.m. isn't necessarily insomnia. It's often a natural part of the aging process. It's not a flaw. It's a shift that comes with wisdom, change, and the way our bodies evolve over time. In this video, I'll share 5 powerful reasons why older adults tend to wake at 3 a.m. and what those moments are really telling you. We'll clear up the myths, look at real solutions, and maybe even help you see those early hours in a brand new light. So make yourself comfortable. Maybe pour a cup of warm tea, and let's talk. 1. Shifted sleep cycles and advanced sleep phase. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed that you're ready for bed a lot earlier than you used to be? Maybe you used to stay up late watching the news or a good Western, and now, well, by 8:30, your eyes are fighting to stay open. Then, like clockwork, boom! You're wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling, wondering if the rest of the world is secretly up too. Here's the truth. You're not broken. You're just adjusting to something perfectly natural. As we age, our internal body clock, what scientists call the circadian rhythm, starts to shift. It's like your body decides to move to a different time zone without telling you. Melatonin, that sleep hormone we all rely on, starts kicking in earlier in the evening, and it fades earlier too. So while you might still want to sleep until sunrise, your brain says, let's get this day started at 3 or 4 a.m. That's called advanced sleep phase. It sounds fancy, but it just means your body wants to sleep and wake earlier than it used to. Now this can feel frustrating. I know. I had a patient once, Bob, 74 years old, tough as nails, retired firefighter. He came into my office, arms crossed, and said, "Doc, I'm not old. I just keep waking up in the middle of the dang night." We had a good laugh, and then we talked through what was actually happening. You see, Bob's not alone, and neither are you. So what can you do? Well, a few evening tweaks go a long way. Try dimming the lights an hour before bed. Maybe skip that crime drama with all the flashing lights and gunfire. It's exciting, but not exactly sleep-friendly. And here's one. Avoid heavy snacks or caffeine after dinner. A little chamomile tea and some easy stretching. Now we're talking. Want to track how your rhythm's doing? Try a simple sleep journal, or even a sleep tracking app. Some of them are free and easy to use, even for folks who aren't tech savvy. And if this sleep shift starts messing with your daily life, if you're feeling groggy, forgetful, or just off, talk to your doctor. Medicare often covers sleep evaluations and consultations with specialists. You've earned those benefits. Don't be shy about using them. The bottom line? Waking up early doesn't mean your sleep is broken. It means your body's doing what aging bodies do. It's adapting. The trick is learning how to flow with the new rhythm instead of fighting it. So next time you're up at 3 a.m., take a deep breath. You're not alone, and you're not broken. You're just in a new chapter, and it's one worth embracing. 2. Reduced melatonin production. Let's talk about a little chemical in your body that holds a big key to your sleep: melatonin. Now I know it sounds like something out of a science textbook, but trust me, it's actually pretty simple. Melatonin is the hormone your brain makes when the sun goes down. Think of it like your body's natural dimmer switch. It helps your system settle down, relax, and get ready for sleep. But here's the kicker. As we age, our body just doesn't make as much of it. That's right. By the time you're in your 60s or 70s, your melatonin production can be half, or even less of what it was when you were 30. No wonder sleep starts to feel like a game of hide and seek. And if that wasn't enough, we've got modern life working against us too. All these bright lights in our homes, the phone screens we scroll before bed, even the TV, we're flooding our eyes with signals that confuse our internal clock. Your brain's basically saying, is it midnight or midday? I have no idea anymore. But here's the good news. You don't have to give up and suffer through it. There are ways to gently nudge your melatonin back into rhythm. Start by dimming your lights about an hour before bed. Turn off the overheads. Light a soft lamp. Maybe even light a candle if you're feeling fancy. Give your brain a chance to recognize, it's evening. And here's a tip that works wonders. Keep your bedroom dark. I mean really dark. Not mostly dark. Not, I've got a little nightlight and the hallway lights on. Darkness is melatonin's best friend. If you've got streetlights shining through your window, consider blackout curtains or a sleep mask. They work. Now, some folks ask me about melatonin supplements. They can help, especially if you're dealing with jet lag or your sleep schedule is way off. But don't go grabbing the highest dose on the shelf. Start small and talk with your doctor, especially if you're on medications. Melatonin affects your whole system, not just your sleep. And here's something most people don't realize. Poor melatonin levels don't just mean bad sleep. They can impact your mood, your memory, even your immune system. This isn't just about rest, it's about your whole body health. So if you're finding yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., it might just be your melatonin saying, "Hey, I need a little help here." Listen to it. You've got options. 3. Physical discomfort and health issues. All right, let's get real about something no one loves to talk about, but most of us deal with those aches, pains, and midnight pit stops that love to interrupt a good night's sleep. If you're waking up at 3 a.m., it might not be your brain at all. It could be your body trying to get your attention. Arthritis is a big one. Those joints don't always play nice when the temperature drops. You go to bed feeling fine, and by 3 a.m., your knees are staging a protest. Or maybe it's acid reflux. You lay down flat, and suddenly your dinner wants to come back for a chat. Lovely, isn't it? And let's not forget the good old bladder. Seems like after 65, your bladder sets its own schedule, and it doesn't care if you're in deep sleep. You get up once, then twice, then you're wide awake, wondering if it's even worth trying to go back to bed. Medication timing can play a big role here too. I had a patient, Linda, who kept waking every night at 3:15. Turns out her blood pressure pill taken right before bed was making her need to pee right when her sleep should have been deepest. We adjusted the time she took it. Problem solved. If you're dealing with these issues, don't tough it out in silence. Simple changes can make a big difference. Try adding a pillow between your knees to ease pressure on your joints. Elevate your upper body slightly if reflux is your nemesis. And if nighttime bathroom trips are your norm, cut off liquids after dinner and check in with your doctor about your meds. Also, important point, track your symptoms. Jot down when you wake, how you feel, what you ate, what meds you took. Patterns will show up. You'd be surprised how many answers are hiding in your own notes. And please remember, Medicare often covers evaluations for sleep-related health concerns. Don't be shy about asking. You've paid into it your whole life. Use it. Waking at 3 a.m. isn't always some mysterious internal shift. Sometimes it's just your body waving a red flag saying, "Hey, something's uncomfortable down here." And that's not weakness. That's wisdom. Your body's talking. Now's the time to listen. 4. Lifestyle habits that disrupt sleep. Let me tell you something I've learned after 4 decades working with folks over 60. Most sleep problems aren't just about the bedroom. They're about the day that came before it. You see, our bodies love rhythm. They love routine. But once we retire, that rhythm goes a little haywire. No more alarm clocks, no more fixed lunch breaks. Some folks end up eating dinner at 4 p.m. one day and 9 p.m. the next. And guess what? Your sleep notices. Let me give you an example. My friend Harold, he's 72, recently retired, happy as can be. But he came to me complaining he couldn't sleep past 3 in the morning. Turns out, he was having a big bowl of ice cream and watching action movies until midnight. I told him, "Harold, your brain thinks you're in a car chase, not going to bed. Even healthy things, like exercise, can stir things up if the timing's off. A nice walk in the morning? Great. But lifting weights at 8 p.m.? That's a one-way ticket to toss and turn town. And don't get me started on the lights. TVs, tablets, phones, those little screens are sneaky. The blue light they give off tells your brain, hey, stay awake. That's why scrolling through Facebook in bed can leave you staring at the ceiling until sunrise. Temperature plays a part too. Seniors often sleep better when the room is cool, around 65 to 68 degrees. If you're sweating under flannel sheets with the heater cranked up, your body's too busy trying to cool off to drift off. The fix? It's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Try to eat, move, and wind down around the same times each day. Maybe join a local walking group or try a gentle yoga class at the senior center. Many offer free or low-cost classes, and they're great for keeping your days structured and your nights restful. Waking at 3 a.m. might seem random, but often it starts with how we're living from 3 p.m. to bedtime. So ask yourself, what's my rhythm these days? Is it helping me rest or keeping me restless? 5. Emotional and psychological factors. Now this next part, it's personal, and it's something we don't talk about enough. Sometimes that 3 a.m. wake up isn't about pain in your knees, or your bladder, or your bedtime snack. Sometimes it's your heart, not the organ, but the feelings. The quiet hours of the night tend to pull up what the busy hours push down. Memories, regrets, old wounds, unanswered questions. You lie there in the dark and suddenly, you're thinking about your brother you haven't called in years, or your spouse who's no longer beside you. Or maybe you're wondering, what's next for me? You're not broken, you're just human. Loneliness can sneak in even if you have a full house. And if you live alone, it can hit even harder. But here's the thing, connection doesn't have to mean big social events or being the life of the party. Sometimes it starts with a small group at your local senior center, a weekly phone call, even commenting on a YouTube video like this one can remind you. You're not alone in this. When I talk to my patients about these late night moments, I often recommend creating a small 3 a.m. ritual. Keep a notebook by the bed, jot down your thoughts, light a small lamp, say a prayer, breathe in slowly, breathe out even slower. You're not trying to chase the thoughts away. You're just letting them pass like clouds in the night sky. One woman I worked with, Joanne, 76, told me she started calling it her wisdom hour. She'd sit quietly with her journal, write a few memories or blessings from the day, and somehow, that gentle reflection helped her drift back to sleep. Not every night, but most. There are resources out there too. Many communities have free counseling for seniors, support groups, even mindfulness classes designed specifically for older adults. If your 3 a.m. thoughts turn heavy, if sadness lingers into your days, it's okay to ask for help. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. Here's what I've come to believe. Waking up at 3 a.m. isn't always a problem to fix. Sometimes it's an invitation to reflect, to reconnect, to feel something that needs to be felt. So the next time you find yourself awake in the dark, don't panic. Breathe, listen. Your soul might be whispering something worth hearing. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m., don't see it as a problem. See it as part of the beautiful transition your body is making. It's not failure, it's change. And with a little patience and the right habits, you can sleep better, feel better, and live better. I'd love to hear from you. Have you been waking early? What's helped you? Drop a comment below. Let's learn from each other. This stage of life isn't about slowing down, it's about growing wiser. You've made it this far. Now let's rest well and rise stronger.